CS Vigneshwar, the president of FADA, joins us now. Mr. Vigneshwar, thank you so much for taking time out for us.
Thanks for having me over, Pallavi.
So, do help us understand what's the picture looking like. We're looking at retail sales that are down by almost about 20%. At the same time, stock inventory has climbed up to an all-time high. So, is that largely because of, the stocking up ahead of the festive season? What else are we looking at the moment? What's the picture?
You have hit the nail on the head. When you look at it, the stocking has been going up over the last 4 months, and we've been quite cognizant of it and have been dialoguing with OEMs. They have a point of view. They keep saying that this year, the Navratri and Diwali is a very condensed kind of a period, the festive season. Therefore, it's going to be all shrunken to about 45 days. And this 45 days means that a car manufacturer can't produce or increase production to meet this demand, which probably is about 30% of auto sales in our country. Contributing annually 30% is big. So therefore, they can't suddenly take up this inventory, produce more vehicles, because it involves working with their suppliers, making sure that they have enough production capacity. So they have built it over a period of time. Having said that, it is a cause of concern, because higher inventory means higher discounts, because discount is a factor of supply and demand. So having said that, the last 7 days have been fantastic. There's been a 4-fold increase in walk-ins, a 4-fold increase in inquiries, and therefore bookings also are up. We are quite confident that this is going to be a bumper festive season. Not only is because of the pent-up demand, which has been existing in the market, because we had a long and protracted elections, and we had a big heat wave throughout the country. We also had rains and floods in a lot of parts of the country. So there's been some demand which has been tepid, but it's been pent up, and customers' sentiment is good. They are ready to spend. And today, when you walk into a showroom, not only you have all the vehicles there, because there's no a dearth of vehicles in terms of supply, in terms of the color choices, it is already there. So the customer has the choice of vehicles, which has not been there for the last 4 years, because the last 4 years, the customer had to compromise on a color, on a suffix, because unavailability of vehicles. Today, this customer has a great supply of vehicles at dealerships. There also has been never before discounts and offerings, because simply put, the supply is very, very high. Therefore, the stock has been built up, and there is good offers to be had right now. So it's a great time to be a buyer.
Vignesh, hi, Tushar here. Great chatting with you here. Hi, Vignesh. So tell me one thing, is this inventory level sustainable, and will you wipe out the entire inventory, so to speak, in the month of October? You're already seeing a 4-fold jump in the first week itself.
We are quite confident that the inventory is going to come down, and when the inventory comes down, so will discounts. Let me be very clear about it. This is a great time to be a buyer, car buyer, or a two-wheeler buyer, even to go and buy commercial vehicles. But more on the passenger vehicle segment, it's a great time to be a buyer, to go and buy a vehicle right now. The inventory is going to come down. I don't know by how much, or whether the whole inventory problem would be solved in the next 45 days, but a lot of inventory will come down. And the manufacturers also have to keep this in mind to make sure that they have a keen eye on how the sales is going, and therefore make sure that they optimize production for the next 3 months.
Vignesh, actually you preempted my question. How are your conversations with the OEMs at this point of time? While we agree that yes, you're looking at about 80 lakh vehicles as unsold stock, that's about a fifth of the total volumes that we sold last year. So what are the conversations with the OEMs looking like? Will you see more dispatches coming in the next 3 months as well? Because the question still remains on how you're handling your working capital requirements. In the statement that you put out today, you're actually willing to talk to RBI also regarding fixing the financial situation that you have at hand. What is those conversations looking like?
Of course, it differs between a manufacturer to manufacturer, but most manufacturers are having extremely high stock. We've been liaising with them, we've been talking to them, and all of us have an understanding that this is an industry challenge, and the industry has to work together to solve it. It can't be that they keep on pumping out vehicles to us and we keep stocking it. There's going to be a point where we can't take any more. So we are near to that point, but this whole inventory has been built up anticipating a very high festive season. Hopefully, our plans can fall in place. Customers are right now having great sentiments. They're walking into our showrooms and they'll walk out with bikes and cars. And if that happens, the inventory is going to drop. But I don't know whether it's going to completely wipe out the problem. I'm repeating myself here. But the manufacturers are certainly aware. They understand that they need a healthy dealer network, which is financially strong for them to look into things long run. They are very cognizant of it. And I'm sure they are making plans to optimize inventory in the future.
Okay. Is your working capital under pressure at this point of time?
Definitely, our working capital is under pressure because usually our stocking day is about 3 to 4 weeks, and it is multiple times that. Some of us have already voiced our opinions to our OEMs as dealers, but we've also been constantly dialoguing with OEMs as FADA, and we've been making sure that they're also aware of our situation. I'm sure they are aware of it. But we need to work together as industry to make sure we meet this challenge and convert this challenge into an opportunity.
Last question, Vignesh. What is the two-wheeler picture looking like? We have seen some great dispatches by Hero MotoCorp, the market leader. The numbers are not looking good in September. I think it's because of the Shraddh period. But given the monsoon that we have had, do you expect a rural revival, at least in the two-wheeler space, going ahead in the next 1 month?
The two-wheeler market has been doing really well in the last couple of quarters, and it's been a welcome change from the last couple of years. They've been having challenges at the industry, and the last couple of quarters, the rural demand has actually been driving sales in a lot of industries, especially in the two-wheeler industry. So it's quite healthy to also see that there's been good monsoons this year, which would be followed by profits for the farmers, and the rural market would usually respond by buying of two-wheelers, passenger cars, and commercial vehicles.
Demand will be for entry level, or do you think the premiumization trend will keep on continuing?
I think the premiumization trend is here to stay, and the premiumization will happen over a period of time, and it is only going to get deeper, not only in urban markets but also in rural markets. That's something which we have seen, and we're quite happy about it because the larger the bike, the more features can be put into the vehicle, and the customer is happier for it.
All right, Vignesh. Thank you. Thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you so much.